Hey guys, welcome to the next part of the Italy mini-series here in Euro 2028 on FM15, and we're getting ready now for the second round game against France. It's quite a big one, this. If you go to Italy's profile here, you go to their information, you see their rivals and things, you actually see France is right there. I actually looked this up on the internet. I think, as far as I can tell, there is a pretty big rivalry between the two countries. I didn't actually know that. It does say as well that it has slightly cooled over the last few years. It's not as intense perhaps as it once was, obviously with things like the Zidane headbutt and things like that. It's perhaps been reignited, but no, this is going to be a pretty big game. Now, one of the problems is I'm getting this a lot now. It says player needs a rest. He seems, players like Rocci here for example, they seem fine, but I don't know whether this is taken into account things like, you know, being a club manager. Oh, he needs to rest before the new season. Well, sod the new season. We're at a bloody international tournament. Why isn't it taking that into account? You know, so what we're going to do instead is just ignore that and just hope that, you know, players can play well here despite their weakening condition. The one I've had to take into account the most probably is Bianchi here, he's exhausted, which is a bit of a shame, but we're really running out. I've only got, who else can play right back? Yeah, there's no one who is an out-and-out right back. He's the only one, so he has to play. Sal's another one, but he's a very good player. Even, you know, backups like Taccone and Rugani here are still very tired and or not match fit. So it's a real pain. It really is. And obviously if this were England, I think I'd be able to rotate the team a bit more because I'd know the names and things. But obviously I'm still getting used to this team. In fact, to be honest with you, win or lose, I don't think I'm going to continue on as Italy manager. I just did this for Euro 2028 just as a little side thing, as I say. So before we crack on here, we're just going to have a quick look at the second round results so far. We're the penultimate game. Germany have beaten Russia, Portugal have beaten Turkey, Holland has smashed Romania, England finally conceded a bloody goal against Bulgaria. They're playing really well even though they're not very good apparently. Croatia have beaten Ukraine and Spain got taken to extra time but eventually did beat the Czech Republic. So we've got the last one here after us, which is Sweden versus Austria, which doesn't sound that great, but I think, as I've said before, Austria aren't too bad. They've really grown over the last sort of 15 years or so. So enough chit chat, let's get to this then. France, as I say, if you saw the last video, they have been very similar to us. They've started really, really well and have since fallen away slightly. Let's say fallen away. They've not carried that momentum on, essentially, is what I'm trying to say there. And this is the team I'm going to play. So I'm just deciding now, do I take a risk with Bartoli or do I play Rocco Gallio? Now, I know what this guy can do, and as I've said 1,000 times before, he can win a game for you single-handedly. But when he's not on his game, he is like just not, he might as well not be there. He's just, it's like playing with 10 men. So I like Bartoli. I think he's a good player. He scored against me before for Man United, and I thought, ooh, I wish he was playing for me. So I'm going to go with him. Blandino's on the bench. Who's, as you can see, look at how recent form, and that's appalling. So I'm going to play Fiorello and Andriani on the wings, Anani and Puglisi, and then Russia as a regista, and then we're going to have this back four, which is not, they're all a bit tight, with the exception of Umar, who wasn't obviously great. Was it? Oh no, sorry, he was. Sorry, I tell a lie, it's the wrong player. He's still very good, actually. Doesn't matter. He's got pretty good stats for a defender, I think, for the most part. But yeah, this is the back four. As I say, they're quite tired. Midfield's really tight, but I don't know whether this is going to affect the team or not. But we'll see what happens anyway. Here we go. This is Italy. Excuse me, Italy versus France. So final look quickly at France's team. Here's a bit of a wonder kid for you. This is absolutely, well, I say wonder kid, I'm talking like quadruple wonder kid. He's 19 years old and he's worth £36 million. He's got 20 strength, he's 6'5" and he's nearly 14 stone. Jesus Christ, I've just realised. He's got 20 first touch, 19 technique. They are possibly the most ridiculous physicals I've ever seen. I'm actually just realised what the problem is. There's a few El Idrissis on this game, and okay, yeah, there was one from Morocco, which is this guy, and they're both French, but there's another one who's Qatarian, if that's the word, or he's Qatari. But obviously he plays for France as well, so I think I'm getting them two mixed up there. They're both very good, but this one, holy shit. I can only assume that his natural fitness will increase as well, so that is gonna get up there, and that is just he must have been bored, surely. No, he's not. How can he possibly be worth that much? Well, I guess look at his average ratings. I'm gonna say, obviously, yeah, he's clearly some sort of deep-lying defensive type player. Anyway, so I got completely distracted, but blown away by the majesty of this guy. Paul Pogba's still going at the age of 35 there. I assume this will be his last tournament. Ludovic Moal, with his crazy hair, who plays for Roma. Roma are actually really good. I didn't realise they've got a few good players. Julian Mates, who I must say I've never seen before, and Julian Marino. So there's a lot of Julians here. Who else have they got? Andre, I recognise this guy. Yes, I nearly bought this guy for Derby a few years ago. Ludovic Andre, very good player, Barcelona. I think it might have, in fact, he might have played against that, might have been in that Vitesse team that thrashed us the other week in the Champions League. But anyway, yeah, I really am putting this one off now because I'm terrified. Because this France team, like, I don't know, I've just got a bad feeling. You know, you look at a team and go, ooh, they look quite tasty. Anyway, here we go. With the throw-in, Bianchi. He's got to put a good one in here. And he's fat. Oh, and it's bouncing around. That's 1-0 Italy, and it's a Nani. Well, well, well. Can't say I was expecting to take such an early lead, but don't count your chickens yet. France are going to be having many attacks here, and yeah, just as I thought, instantly, it was almost so predictable. If I'm being honest, that was immensely predictable. Wonder if we're going to restore that lead now quickly. Here's Rossi, space opened up a bit there. And Andriani's offside. Oh, he's got a copy from offside position there, that's poor. And this looks like an absolute carbon copy of the first goal. Oh, sorry, France's goal. Actually, you know what? I think this is... Oh, it's a good job Umar made that tackle there, because that could have been a literal repeat. Corner, right. Their pace... just before they take that, I'm going to much higher tempo, because we clearly need to match them at tempo, because they are flying. We'll leave that, I think, for now. My spacebar decided to work again, which is good. That's not like broken keyboard or anything. That's literally just the game sort of saying, yeah, I'll make the spacebar mean play and pause sometimes if you want to. Anyway, Bartoli with a shot. I don't know, it depends what mood the game's in. I'm pretty sure this game definitely has mood swings. Pretty sure it does. Certain days it's like, nah, you're not going to win. Other days it's feeling very generous. Anyway, this is nice passing place here. See, change the tempo a bit. There's that El Idrissi, I think. Well, he's number 9. Which is very weird. A sort of defensive centre midfielder in a number 9 really doesn't look right. It's a good tackle. Yeah, this is going to be a battle of wits, I think. Whoa, where are you going for? What are you doing? What were you trying to do, son? That was suicidal. Deary me. Oh my god, this guy's an absolute rock. There's no getting past him. Oh, scuff it. Catch the fucking ball. Hate that. It's just so many rebounds lately. There he is again, El Idrissi. Oh, hang on. Chance Bartoli. Good save by Mendy. I'm sure there was a defender a few years ago who is a young... I don't think he's a wonder kid, but he's a young player for Liverpool called Mendy. I don't think he ever got into the first team. I do recall that name. Oh, they've made an injury. A lot of Arabic names, if you don't mind me saying, in the France team there. So I know it's because of the you know, things like the affiliation they have with Morocco and Algeria and so on. But yeah, that's funny. It's just funny thing to see because we're not. You know, a lot of people have criticised FIFA awarding the World Cup to Qatar. You know, naturally that area of the world doesn't have much footballing experience or or desire to play football. You know, it's mostly cricket and things like that in and around that part of the world. But the game apparently thinks that's where we're going to see things like France, countries like France, take in these players from these countries. There's a chance, and Fiorello. Oh boy, well that was a real chance. I'm sorry, he should score there. I just noticed Sweden and Austria are actually playing as well. That's interesting. There's Pogba, good save by Scuffet. But yeah, as I say, I think you're going to start to see countries like Qatar and Morocco, or Morocco already do. But, you know, it's countries like that, and they'll start producing players. But the problem is you're going to have the superior nations like France steal them because they will somehow, through some loophole or another, go, oh, he's eligible to play for France. They start seeing players like El Idrissi here start friggin' dominating European midfields, even though he should be in Doha or something. Anyway, trying to think, who's not had a great game? Again, Umar not great. I do fancy bringing Taconi on. Bartoli's not done a great deal. Fiorello playing in that Ramdeuter role. It does say he plays best as a Ramdeuter, but he has played also equally as well as an inside forward. I might just change him to an inside forward. Andriani is not having the desired effects. I might change him to a Ramdeuter, since he also apparently can play it. So we'll swap them two over. And who else is not having a good game? Well, we'll leave it for now. I might change Pugliese to defend there as well. Change that to flexible. Then expressive off. And yeah, I think that'll be okay for now. Not many instructions on there. I do like to have a few more than that, but it's quite delicately poised at the moment, so I don't want to be forced into any mad changes. Okay, so this is how long we got. We're 8 or so minutes into the second half. Here come France. That's, oh, Jesus. You know, it's really, because the problem is with a league game, it's like, oh, it's okay, I can make up for it in the next game or whatever if you lose. This is just a straight knockout, so you're really nervous about every game. Chance for Bartoli. He's onside. That is a really good goal. Okay, clearly the game wants wants France to bounce back immediately, so we're going to lower the tempo since we do play well at that pace, just to see if we can dictate the pace a bit more as opposed to their fast and furious pace. And again, we'll leave that. As I say, we looked at the Holland game previously and I said I had a lower tempo and you know, it seemed to work. We put 4 past the first, the team ranked first in the world. So, you know, you look at that and go, okay, maybe it works. Perhaps it's a touch negative, but it works. So I can't complain. I'm not going to shrug it off. Here's Anani. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh dear. I tell you what, if we hadn't scored, I really would start to think that it was not Ardé Rochi's effort is not good. Here they come again. Oh, you can't let him get goal side here like that, and it's a penalty. It was so obvious the way that's what I get for putting get stuck in on. Oh dear. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to change anything. Actually, okay, I will. I'll put standards back on. Since I'm almost certain they're going to score, obviously. There's Moal, I think is how you pronounce that. That's a pain in the arse. Bring Taconi on, and he gives away a penalty pretty much immediately. Then again, I would only assume Umar would have done the same thing. Right, here's Andriani. Don't shoot. Oof! Okay, we are going to have to tell him to stop shooting, because once I can forgive, twice, and you're starting to piss me off. Right, where is he? Shoot less often. You're in a bloody register role. Why would you want to shoot? Also, mark tighter. Right. I'm aware that what a register does. It's just, you know, it's a defensive role for the most part. So, you know, I'm thinking, oh, I put you in a defensive role as being in a defensive role, not to get forward and start shooting. Oof. Personally, I always thought that's what Steven Gerrard should be doing, but ooh, again close. But obviously Brendan Rodgers has his ways. I'm not going to talk about that now. It's a time and a place for it, which I will do soon. Anyway, he's retired, so he's leaving anyway, so it doesn't matter now. That's all in the past. Anyway, we've got 17 minutes to go before we are potentially heading to extra time. Here's El Idrissi. I can't believe he's 19 years old, though. That is insane. Oh, good save by Scufford. Loads of highlights. But just no... That's got to go short. Oh, it went out. I think he just pushed Sal right over. There we go, finally. And he still somehow wins the ball. You know, Bianchi, well done. That's better. Took him 2 goes. I hate this. You're getting forward and then the game will stop the highlight completely. You know, you're in a positive position and it goes, nah. Here's the next highlight. It might or might not be for you. Good for you. Well, it is good for us because here's a Nani. He should do better there. That's a poor effort. Okay. Fiorello's clearly not done enough, so we're going to bring on Blandinho, who can play as an inside forward. And another highlight almost immediately. It's 10 minutes to go here. I might change the tempo again because France are having too much of the ball and they're controlling the game too much for my liking, and I am getting my spider senses tingling here that this is going to be a goal. You know, we can just tell by the way the entire highlights lined up. Well, it nearly was. Well, still, no. It was certainly going to be a gilt-edged chance. Right, okay. Definitely need to much higher tempo. Take that off. And time marking as well. Go on. So France, I think, I think they're rated 1 place above us in the world rankings. Might just go to control for the last couple of minutes. Try and win it here. Here's Blandinho. Try and rectify a poor tournament so far, which I know he can. Andriani wins as a corner. If he does this, he could just rectify it completely. And then hopefully that gives him a good burst of form. You never know. Right, 2 minutes to go. Surely if we score, or if even they score, it's going to be the winner. One would have to think. No, oh God. And, oh my God, Andre across the face of goal. Right, Bartoli's got to get that. 2 minutes to go. We're into added time. No, it's lazy. Looks like we could be going to extra time, where inevitably a goal will be scored after 1 minute. Because that's just how it works. Right, here's Anani. Come on. Not long left now, surely. Bartoli. Oh, that's a poor effort. What are you doing? He's not even got close there. I mean, that's just embarrassing. I think this will be the last attack of the full 90. Well, El Idrissi's on a yellow card. I'd like to think we could exploit that, but I doubt it. He'll just do what Lucas does, gets himself booked every game, and then just totally can't put a tackle in for the rest of the game. Right, end of 90 minutes. I've arguably been the better team if you look on the shots. Both created the same amount of chances, sorry, clear-cut chances, but they've got a slightly higher average rating. Well, that sub was clearly useful. Both on the same rating. Right, well, Sweden are through. They've just trounced Austria. I don't know what to do. Let's go back to fluid then. I think control seems to be working for us. I do want to bring Galio on, but I'm not going to do it yet, just in case like there's an injury or something. I might wait for another 10 minutes. As I say, just in case an injury, because the amount of times where, especially in a penalty shootout potentially, you're down to 10 men. One more person who can't take it. Oh, hang on, we might not need one because there's Bartoli and Taccone. He's onside. Told you there'd be one after. Told you there'd be a goal after a couple of minutes, and thankfully it was for us. Right, okay. Much lower. We're going to waste time. We're going to play safer. We're going to play disciplined. And also, I might want to bring a defender on now. How silly would that be if I've got Rocco Gallia on and I can't make any more subs? You know, it just wouldn't make any sense. So here we go. But look, oh, Blandinho was in a good spot there, and Puglisi's giving it away. It's a good tackle, but France have possession back, and There's only been a couple of minutes. I swear to God, if they score... Okay, fine. I'm going to say, just constantly pegging each other back. You're a pain in the arse. Oh, Bartoli, surely... he's offside. He's offside. Linesman isn't moving. If you look... always look to the linesman. If you're not sure on an offside goal, look at the linesman. If he doesn't move, then it's offside. Or if he's standing still, it's offside. Sometimes they move, they'll stand still for a few seconds and then they'll start moving again. Oh, more paid, goodness me. Right. He's not going to have a go from here. Well, more wasted free kicks. Getting really bored of them now. Okay. I want to bring a defender on. Who to bring on, though? I guess Rugani's the only one we've got, so... I will bring off Puglisi. He goes in there. And Nani can't play that, okay. So Roshi stays in his register role. And Nani... If you don't know what to do, I always just say, just do central midfield automatic or winger automatic. Oh, winger, sorry. Or winger attack. Just usually the default ones. Bartoli and his advanced foot. Sorry, I just see his wages. He's on 230,000 a week. Jesus Christ. Anyway, oh, we should probably also be structured there. Okay, we got 15 minutes to see this one out. Cracking game. Don't know about you. I know my commentary has perhaps been a bit dulcet, but I do apologise for that because I'm quite nervous, being honest with you, on this game. Because France, as I say, are pretty decent. And if we can beat them, I'd be very, very happy with that. But especially if we're not going to do it if we keep giving the bloody ball away like that. Scuff it, which will... Oh, I thought he was going to boot it down. Well, actually, no, he'll do it now. Nope. I guess if you're playing it safer, then... No, you see, I knew we'd give it away. It was just inevitable from the way the highlight was set up. We were just going to give it away. And there's Samson, but easy save for Scufford. So just 9 minutes to go now. And the game will do everything it can. It's going to show probably about another 5 or 6 highlights. Unless we score, obviously, in which then it'll just run it down. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Bartoli is again offside, however. 5 minutes to go. We're in contain. We're on contain. We're on pretty much everything defensive. And that's very wasteful from Samson. Just for God's sake, it's just showing as many highlights as it possibly can at this stage. Scufford gets it away, but it will inevitably come back to him at the moment. Hopefully he won't be picking the ball out of his net, unless we have one chance here through Blandinho, who can't do anything because he's useless. Honestly, I remember just finding him a few years ago, and his potential was just through the friggin' roof. Hold on, there's Samson. Oh, good save by Scufford. Look at that shots. Both teams are having, right, there's 1 minute to go. Just France just absolutely trying to, well, they're knocking on the door. They're trying to smash the door down, to be honest with you. There's El Idrissi, even he's getting forward now. Pogba. No. Get it away. There we go. Right, you've got to make that. Yes, that's good. Andriani, you could seal it here. He's through. Oh, what a good tackle that was, to be fair. And again, but there's 1 minute left. 1 minute of added time. Take your time. Why aren't you throwing it into the corner flag? Why isn't that a thing, by the way? Why can't you take it to the corner flag and things like that? Oh, he could be off. No. Oh, he's on a yellow card. And Blandinho wastes it again because he's freaking clueless. But that should be enough. It is. Well, well, well. Great game. Great game. Who scored the win in the end? It was Tacconi. Was it? Yeah, it was Tacconi, the sub. So it actually, in the end, did look like a good decision. So 3-2. Salvatore Tacconi of Manchester City with the winner in the 92nd minute. Or the second minute, I guess, of extra time. And we'll play Croatia in the quarterfinals. And the winner of that tie will play either England or Sweden, who have course been drawn again because that's how it works. And that one, oof, it's at Anfield. Ooh. Italy have not lost to Croatia. Right, where are Croatia in the rankings? They are 25th. I am quite surprised that they've managed to get there. Well, whatever. You see, honestly, I don't answer these because they can have a detrimental effect on your team, and I think that it's not worth trying to answer one of these because surely the positive answer, or say the positive return, is not going to be worth it for the risk involved, because it can have a bad effect on your team. You can, you know, the morale can drop or whatever, and it's not worth it. Anyway, here the quarterfinal draw then. So Germany, Holland, oof, yes, big rivalry, and another rivalry, Portugal, Spain, the Iberian derby. Croatia, Italy, and England, Sweden might as well be a rivalry, to be honest with you. They've played each other that many times. Right, so I'll see you for that game then. That should be really, really good. Looking forward to it now. I'll see you then. Goodbye.